Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare. I am your host, Bloody Bill Box. It's been an exciting January, and we are going to end it on quite a high note this week. We've already told you about the main event last week. We got Bray Wyatt making his first Fantasy Warfare appearance, even though he's been kind of interrupting the broadcasts all month. But Bray Wyatt makes his first in-ring appearance here this week in our main event against Jake the Snake Roberts. But we have 5 other action-packed matches coming at you this week, so let's take a moment here to run down the card for this week's episode of Fantasy Warfare. In our opening contest of the week, it is going to be the WCW United States Championship being decided when the Rocket, the King of Hearts, Owen Hart, goes one-on-one with Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. And then in our second match of the week, it is a viewer request, as the Animal Batista will go one-on-one with the Ultimate Warrior. Moving along in the card for this week, our third matchup of the week, we'll see a matchup, well, one of these combatants said would never happen in reality, but it's going to happen here in Fantasy Warfare here today as Riddle goes one-on-one with Goldberg. Then the women take to the ring as the Impact Women's Championship, or the Impact Knockouts Championship to be precise, will be on the line when AJ Lee goes up against Victoria. Our fifth matchup of the week will see the AEW Women's Championship being decided when the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna, steps into the ring with the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix. And of course, as we said at the start of the show, our main event will see Bray Wyatt going up against Jake the Snake Roberts. Well, without further ado, my friends, we're going to waste no more time here this week. We're going to head on down to ringside for our opening contest. It's the United States Championship on the line with Owen Hart stepping into the ring with Eddie Guerrero. Welcome down to ringside for another exciting episode of WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare. What an exciting match we have to kick things off here this week.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW United States Championship. Making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 224 pounds, Owen Hart!
Owen Hart making another appearance here in WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare. Of course, Season 1 will be coming to an end with the announcement of WWE 2K23. We'll talk more about the change of season in Fantasy Warfare coming up very soon.
Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Eddie Guerrero, the opponent of Owen Hart here today in Fantasy Warfare, but as we just noted, WWE 2K23 has officially been announced, dropping on March 17th. Of course, if you order the deluxe edition or higher, you'll get it 3 days early on March 14th. And what does that mean for WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare? Well, that means, my friends, that Season 1 will be coming to an end on March the 10th. Friday, March 10th, with a 10-match extravaganza to end the first season of Fantasy Warfare. And then on Friday night, April the 7th, 6 p.m. Eastern, right after WWE begins their new year following WrestleMania, Fantasy Warfare will begin its new year with full-length episodes dropping again, this time under WWE 2K23 Fantasy Warfare. Full episodes begin Friday, April the 7th. And of course, we'll be sure to keep up on some individual content in between March 10th and April 7th. It won't be radio silence here at Fantasy Warfare. We'll still be at it. We'll just be building the new season, but we'll be sure to drop you some content along the way to keep your engines revving for Fantasy Warfare. We'd also like to take a quick moment here as this match begins to thank the over 260 subscribers here on YouTube who have brought more than 75,000 channel views to the Fantasy Warfare action. And we'd like to say thank you to everybody for subscribing and watching. Eddie Guerrero takes Owen Hart down with a lovely display of Lucha Libre action. And now Eddie just showing a display of stomping a man's hand. Missing that splash as Owen moves out of the way. The WCW United States Championship is on the line in this one. And of course, as is the policy in Fantasy Warfare, anybody with a championship must defend it whenever they are in the ring, unless there is some sort of situation, as was with our recent Royals of the Ring tournament, where the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega appeared in that tournament. And yes, the champions who are in effect at the end of WWE 2K22's life, the end of Season 1 of Fantasy Warfare, those champions will carry over to WWE 2K23 Fantasy Warfare, our second season. I feel like maybe we should just call it WWE 2K Fantasy Warfare, but I like including the year. Nice DDT by Eddie Guerrero. Speaking of nice. Owen with a shot to the jaw of Eddie Guerrero. Nice Northern Lights suplex by the Rocket, the King of Hearts, as he now heads to the outside, heading up to the top rope. What's he going to go for? Waiting for Eddie. He's waiting on him. He's up. And he's down. He's down. Big time down there. Owen tried for it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. He just Steve Austin'd him. Hopefully not for real. Hopefully not for real on that one. My goodness. Cover. And Eddie Guerrero was able to kick out, so I guess, not a similar outcome. That's good. We like it. Owen bringing Eddie back to his feet, sweeps the legs. He's going for the sharpshooter. He's got the legs crossed, turning it over. Could Eddie Guerrero tap out here and enable Owen Hart to walk away with the WCW United States Championship here in Fantasy Warfare? As we talked about at the top of the show, we've got all sorts of wild matchups for you here this week. We got Batista and the Ultimate Warrior. Nice belly-to-belly overhead by Eddie. We got Batista and the Ultimate Warrior. We got Riddle and Goldberg. We've also got AJ Lee and Victoria. Nice elbow drop. We'll also see Chyna and Beth Phoenix locking it up over the AEW Women's World Championship. And of course, in our main event this week, the debuting Bray Wyatt going one-on-one with Jake the Snake Roberts. It's an exciting week of action here on Fantasy Warfare as Eddie Guerrero heads up to the top rope. Beautiful frog splash. Referee there into the cover. We get a count of 2, and that's all we get. Eddie Guerrero wishing for a faster count from the referee, but he's not able to get it on that one. Stomping away at the hand of Owen Hart now. Nice kick to the spine by Eddie Guerrero. Catches Owen running with the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Eddie now, he's got him going for the Three Amigos. No, he gets countered by Owen. Owen countered the Three Amigos. Irish whip sends Owen across the opposite side. Comes chasing in, lifting Owen Hart up to a seated position. Eddie's got him. What's he going to go for here off the top rope? Superplex time, could it be? He's got, no, Owen counters. Owen doing his Eddie Guerrero tape study for sure in this one. Owen has offered a lot of counters to the offense of Eddie Guerrero. I wouldn't call that a successful drop kick, but I would call that 2 knees to the side of the head of Eddie Guerrero. It wasn't pretty, but it sure looks like it did the job. Owen now dragging Eddie around. Looks like he's trying to get him into a good position for a pinfall. Nope, he's trying to get him in a good position for the sharpshooter. Second time attempt. Eddie is not near the ropes here on this one. Will he be able to break himself free of the sharpshooter? Owen's got that locked in. Oh, and Eddie is free from the sharpshooter, but Owen's down into the cover. And it's Owen Hart couldn't do it with the sharpshooter, but he got a pinfall right afterwards. And we've got ourselves a brand new WCW United States Champion, and his name is the Rocket, the King of Hearts, Owen Hart, as we take a look back at some of the highlights from this contest. I thought for sure Eddie Guerrero was going to be down and out after that tombstone pile driver we saw do a number on Steve Austin at SummerSlam 1990. But Eddie was able to keep on fighting through, but in the end, Owen Hart walks away with the WCW United States Championship.
And the new WCW United States Champion, Owen Hart.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, here on Fantasy Warfare, we've got a battle of the powerhouses, a battle of the intensity bringers. On one side, it's going to be Batista. On the other side, it's going to be the Ultimate Warrior. And that match is coming up next here on Fantasy Warfare. Welcome back to ringside. This one could be very intense, or it could be very brief. There's a lot of power, there's a lot of intensity in this one. It's one I've been looking forward to since it was announced earlier this week. Batista and the Ultimate Warrior, the entrances, we're about to see them, and then the ground could be getting ready to shake, just like the pyro getting ready to go off here for Batista.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista!
A lot of folks over the years have drawn comparisons between Batista and the Ultimate Warrior solely because Batista does the rope shaking as part of his fire-up routine when he's in the ring. Personally, I feel like there's no other comparison between the two. The Ultimate Warrior was built solely on charisma, surely not on endurance. Meanwhile, Batista has had a number of classics in his career. But you can't deny the drawing power and the intensity and the charisma of the Ultimate Warrior. But we're going to settle the battle here today, the debate here today, about which one is the better rope shaker. It's Fantasy Warfare. We can make it about whatever the hell we want to make it about. And today it's about who's the better rope shaker. Is it the Ultimate Warrior? Is it Dave Batista? We find out once the Ultimate Warrior runs his way out to the ring and shakes the ropes. There's the Dave Batista testing the ropes, making sure they are good and shakeable. As we now await the arrival, there it is. One of the most iconic theme songs in all of professional wrestling.
Weighing in at 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior was one of the most iconic theme songs in all of professional wrestling history, making his way, running down to the ring, fireworks shooting off, crowd going bananas. Building shaking with the all-time classic Unstable by legendary theme music composer Jim Johnston. I wish that man was still around making theme songs for all of professional wrestling to this day, but we have had a number of great classics, including this one from good old Jim. But theme songs aside, this one ought to be an interesting battle. It's power versus power, size versus size, intensity versus intensity. These two guys are beefing their muscles up. It's time to go. The bell has rung. We are underway. Our second match of the week here on Fantasy Warfare, and it begins with a bang as Dave Batista just press slammed the Ultimate Warrior. And the Warrior just drops Batista. Holy moly, he just threw him across the ring. So Batista starts with a press slam, Warrior answers with a choke throw, and then a flying elbow drop, and that's all within the first 30 seconds of this contest. Like, literally, within the first 30 seconds of this contest, we saw a press slam, a choke toss, and a flying elbow drop. If the intensity of the moves are any indication, this ought to be a short one, a choke bomb from the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior now up to the top rope. Waiting on Batista. What's he gonna hit him with here? Double axe handle down across the skull of the animal. Batista now has the Warrior up on his shoulders, looking to recover from that axe handle, and he does. Hanging the Warrior out to dry across the top rope. Nice kick to the inner thigh by the Ultimate Warrior, creating some space, allowing him to deliver that clothesline. Warrior's got Batista one more time, another choke bomb. Follows it up with a nice elbow drop. Warrior looking to make short work of Batista into the cover. Referee is there for the count, and Batista once again able to kick out at the count of 2. Nice spinning discus punch by the Ultimate Warrior. Dropped Batista down, got him up again, and another choke toss. Warrior showing his power and strength. It's almost like he took offense to Batista press slamming him to start this contest. Nice spine buster by the animal into the cover. Referee is there. We do not get 3. I thought we were getting 3 on that one. Warrior locks up with it. Returns the favor, press slam style. Batista fighting back on the Ultimate Warrior. Got him sidewalk slam style, drops him down. Batista now dominating the Ultimate Warrior after the Warrior had quite the impressive offensive streak. He hit Batista with a lot of devastating holds, but Batista hits with a devastating power slam. This could be all for the Ultimate Warrior. No, it's not. Warrior back on his feet. Oh, face-crushing slam down to the mat. Nice clothesline by the Ultimate Warrior. Into the cover. Referee is there. And that's all she wrote. The Ultimate Warrior crushing Dave Batista's face into the mat, following it up with a devastating clothesline, and that's all she wrote, folks. 1, 2, 3. The Ultimate Warrior gets the victory over Dave Batista here in Fantasy Warfare. Coming up next, folks, the action continues here on Fantasy Warfare in a match that we've been told would never happen in reality, but it's going to happen here in fantasy. Coming up next, it's Riddle going one-on-one with Goldberg.
Here is your winner, the Ultimate Warrior.
Welcome back to ringside for more Fantasy Warfare action. A match we've been told would never happen. It's about to happen here, folks.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing RK-Bro. From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 216 pounds, Riddle.
Matt Riddle has had some less than savory things to say about Goldberg in the past. And it certainly caught the attention of the legendary Goldberg. The two have had a couple of noted interactions in the past in which Goldberg kind of told Riddle that it would never happen, that he wasn't his bro. And it almost seemed like things kind of chilled out between the two. So you'll have to wonder whether or not these two could ever actually have an actual in-person, one-on-one contest. But until that day ever comes or doesn't, we find out here today in Fantasy Warfare what would happen if Goldberg and Riddle step foot into the ring to go to battle with one another. There we go. Here comes the fire-breathing dragon himself. About to eat way more smoke and sparks and flames than any human being ever really probably should, but Goldberg is no regular human being. My goodness, his lungs must just be fucking black tar at this point. That's right, we swore in commentary. Mark it down. Number 2 dropped our first F-bomb in commentary.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds, Goldberg!
On the upside, it wasn't on the first, 8 seconds of the video that would get YouTube a little upset with me. Kind of mumbled it in there too, so I think we are right. Dropping our first F-bomb in commentary. It took 12 episodes of Fantasy Warfare for it to finally happen. 12 episodes in, we drop our first F-bomb in commentary. Considering how much I swear in my daily life, that's quite the accomplishment. Well, apparently Riddle's gonna smoke ya in this one, and this one's underway, and Riddle looking to do the smoking. Bam! Nice kick to the side of the head of Goldberg. Starting this one off in a fast and furious method. Whoop! Down and across the back into the cover. Nice sunset flip there. This is our third match of the night. We still got 3 to come this week. The women take center stage coming up next. It'll be AJ Lee and Victoria. Nice moonsault. And then, of course, Chyna and Beth Phoenix for the AEW Women's World Championship later on. And then our main event will close out the night. Jake the Snake Roberts and Bray Wyatt. Riddle trying for the powerbomb, but he gets countered by Goldberg. Nice countering there. Goldberg's got him up in a press slam, but Riddle counters it into the DDT, taking Goldberg down. Goldberg dazed and confused as Riddle kind of just waited on there. I think Riddle might have been a little dazed and confused for his own different reasons on that one. Goldberg, nice couple of back elbows to the midsection of Riddle. Now he's got Riddle. Fall away slam sends him flying across the ring. Goldberg now on top of Riddle with the hammer fist down into the skull of Riddle, looking to rock the brain around the fluid. Goldberg with a double axe handle to the back of Riddle and then smashing his face off the canvas. Boot to the midsection by Goldberg. He's got Riddle hooked. Nope. Shot to the midsection. Backs Goldberg away. Nice belly-to-belly suplex by Riddle into the cover on Goldberg. Referee in great position, but we only get a 1 count on that one. Goldberg gets chopped and kicked and kneed by Riddle, and he is down. It's not often that one might say that it's not a good idea to get into a striking battle and say that towards Goldberg. But Riddle is a devastating striker, but one thing he's not is a devastating former football player, as Goldberg just hit the spear out of nowhere, and he gets into the cover as Riddle only kicks out at the count of 2. Goldberg looking to end it there with the spear, but it was not to be. Now raining down again with those fists to the skull of Riddle. Goldberg looking to showcase his MMA skills there with an armbar on Matt Riddle. Riddle showcasing his MMA abilities and breaking free from that armbar. Goldberg now has Riddle up on the ropes. What's he gonna do with him here? Strung up on the top rope. Oh, down he goes, using that top rope assisted suplex by Goldberg. But Riddle comes flying in with a forearm shot and drops Goldberg to the mat. Then a kick to the side of the head does exactly the same. Riddle raining down there, and now Goldberg locked in a submission. Riddle has the entire body locked up on Goldberg. But Goldberg is able to break himself free. Oh no! Down goes Goldberg. This could be all for him. Riddle into the cover. Referee is there. We got 2. And that's all we get. Goldberg able to kick out. Goldberg is being decimated at the moment by Riddle. He's going to need to come up with something if he wants to get back into the driver's seat of this one and have a chance at victory. But if things keep going at this pace, it's going to be no time before Riddle walks away with the victory here in this one. Riddle with shot after shot after shot, and one more time to the side of Goldberg's head. He hit the middle ropes, but he was able to kick away at Riddle, but Riddle gets him with a small package. Referee slow on the count, and we only get a 2. I'm not sure what the delay was there for the referee, but he had some sort of delay in counting that pinfall. That might have cost Riddle. Goldberg's got Riddle hooked. What's he going for? Could it be the jackhammer? Yes, it is. He's got him up. And down he goes, jackhammer. This could be all for Riddle. Goldberg with the cover, and Riddle's able to kick out at the count of 2. Goldberg waiting on Riddle one more time. He's got him hooked a second time. He's going for another jackhammer. This time he's countered. Riddle's got him. German suplex. Nice counter by Riddle on Goldberg, who is going for the second jackhammer attempt. Riddle said, "Absolutely not, sir. I did not enjoy the first ride." So Goldberg takes Riddle on a different ride there. And now Goldberg is poised. He's waiting to hit that spear one more time. He charges. Riddle moved out of the way. Goldberg eats the mat. Oh, but Goldberg makes Riddle eat fist, and now it's pump handle slam time, no? Pump handle throw. My goodness. Goldberg with the pump handle throw sends Riddle across the ring, and now Goldberg with a couple of right crosses throws Riddle like a sack of potatoes. Stomps away at the arm, down into the cover. Referee is there. He comes down with a count of 2, and that's all we get one more time as Riddle refuses to give up. And Goldberg will have to go into the playbook for something else to try and put away the original Bro. Goldberg going back to those mounted punches. Riddle trying to cover up, but now Goldberg forced him to break for a few moments, but Riddle was able to cover up one more time towards the end. No covering up on this one. Goldberg straight punches to the jaw of Riddle, but he misses that knee strike attempt. Riddle with a shot to the face. Oh my goodness, nice elbows to the throat. He's got him down. Nice cover by Riddle. This could be all for Goldberg. No, it's not. He kicks out. Riddle's got him. Could it be third time's the charm? Down goes Goldberg. Third time's the charm. Could it be 2? Goldberg kicks out one more time. Riddle has hit it 3 different times, and Goldberg has kicked out every single time. Now he's going to try to make him tap out on this one. Will Goldberg tap, or will he break free and make Riddle... Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't get to finish asking the question before Goldberg answered it. Goldberg showing some instability on that leg, but he's got Riddle up. Oh, gnarly fall to the floor. Goldberg dumping Riddle from the ring to the floor. Riddle somehow back up on his feet. He's got Goldberg. Power bomb on the floor. Did you see Goldberg's body bounce off the protective mats? And then a nice gut wrench throw for added measure. Clothesline by Goldberg. Referee reaching a count of 3 on this one. Goldberg breaks the count, goes back out to the floor after Riddle. Riddle gets thrown into the ring by Goldberg. Riddle up on his feet. Boot to the midsection on Goldberg. What's he got here? Fisherman's Buster. He hooks it into the cover. Referee rushing around. We get 1, we get 2, and we get 3. Riddle has to pull off the Fisherman's Buster suplex. But in the end, it's enough to put Goldberg away for the 3 count. What a shocking victory here for Riddle, as he is able to best Bill Goldberg here in Fantasy Warfare. But the action is going to roll on coming up next for the Impact Knockouts Championship. It's going to be AJ Lee and Victoria coming up next. Don't you dare go anywhere. Fantasy Warfare will continue. Welcome back to Ringside as Fantasy Warfare continues with more action. This time the Impact Knockouts Championship's on the line.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the Impact World Women's Championship. Making her way to the ring from New York, AJ Lee.
Of course, we are still sitting in a little bit of shock after Riddle was able to dispatch of Goldberg, but not much time to remain in shock as the action continues this week here in Fantasy Warfare. We've got AJ Lee and Victoria about to battle it out for the Impact Knockouts Women's Championship. Or Knockouts Championship, I'm not quite sure exactly what they call it. It's a whole bunch of words. It's an important championship. And these two are going to fight it out here today for that title. And of course, coming up next, we got Chyna and Beth Phoenix.
Victoria!
We got Chyna and Beth Phoenix coming up for the AEW Women's Championship. And then, cannot forget our main event, the Fantasy Warfare debut of Bray Wyatt as he goes one-on-one with Jake the Snake Roberts. Victoria, of course, has held the Impact Knockouts Championship before when she competed in the promotion as Tara. AJ Lee, of course, has never competed for the championship. There you see the Impact Knockouts Championship. Well, you did see it. It was on the screen. There you see it again. Now the ref's holding it up. AJ and Victoria getting ready to get it on here. Impact Knockouts Championship on the line. The bell has sounded. We are underway. Who will walk away with the Impact Knockouts Championship here in Fantasy Warfare? Victoria going for an early Boston Crab right out of the gate. She got it turned over on AJ Lee, but AJ is turning it over. Turns it into a cover. Referee kind of spaced it out on that one. Not even a 1 count. As the referee missed that one, but AJ Lee didn't miss that springboard single leg kick right to the face of Victoria. Now bringing Victoria down to the mat in a crossface. This could be trouble for Victoria early on in this contest, but it's not enough trouble as Victoria is able to break free. Nice body shots by AJ Lee, backing up Victoria, creating space, got her on the ropes. Now she's setting her up. She's got her tied up in the ropes, hammering away on Victoria. Now she's backing up. What's she gonna do here? Oh, nice shot to the face with the bottom of her chucks. Sends Victoria out to the floor. And the referee begins their 10 count, but AJ Lee not gonna even start to accept a 10 count. She follows Victoria to the floor, and now this Impact Knockouts Championship match has spilled out to the floor. Knee to the inner arm, the inner elbow. Standing moonsault attempt, but nobody home on that one as AJ Lee moves out of the way. Referee reaching a 4 count. Holy moly, over the top rope goes AJ Lee. She just went running for it. And now stomping away at the chest. She just went running at Victoria. I thought maybe she was going to slide under the bottom ropes like she had before. Oh, throws her right into the ring steps. AJ Lee catching the foot of Victoria. Knee to the midsection. Hard shots, body shots, and a big knee to the face. AJ has got Victoria up. Oh, nice hard shot to the jawline of Victoria. 7. AJ rolls back into the ring at 7, and she breaks the count going after Victoria, and she pays for it by getting thrown into the ring steps once again. Victoria hammering away on AJ Lee. Oh, dropping her down face first into the mat. Referee continuing to count away at these two, giving them a little bit of a leeway, it seems. Referees could just as easily say, hey, you know what? You guys keep going to the floor. Nice kick by Victoria. You keep going to the floor, keep failing to maintain control. We're throwing this one out. Referees could do that within their discretion, but thankfully this referee has not done that. He's allowed these two ladies to brawl it out over the Impact Knockout Women's Championship. Victoria bringing AJ back to her feet. Oh, nice backbreaker by Victoria on AJ. AJ now. Oh, Superman punch. Super AJ punch. Either way, follows it up with a Kinshasa. This could be all for Victoria as AJ goes into the cover, but AJ not able to put away Victoria on that one. As Victoria kicks out at the count of 2 3/4. Springboard moonsault by AJ. She's trying like hell to put Victoria away. Victoria gets caught with a kick. Oh, nobody home for that one. Victoria's got her. She's got her hooked. Widow's Peak. Widow's Peak by Victoria into the cover. 2 and 3. Victoria wins. And she is the Impact Knockouts champion, defeating AJ Lee. AJ came in with that flurry of offense. She threw everything at Victoria in the final moments there, but it was a widow's peak out of absolutely nowhere. That brings the Knockouts Championship to Victoria, but coming up next, it's gonna be Chyna and Beth Phoenix for the AEW Women's Championship. Welcome back. The AEW Women's Championship is about to be on the line. A match I always wanted to see. We're going to see it here now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Women's Championship. Making her way to the ring from Buffalo, New York, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
Now, granted, these two never crossed paths in terms of their time in WWE or even in the professional wrestling business for that matter. But still, from the moment Beth Phoenix made her debuts, the cross comparisons to Chyna were made, and fantasy bookers, fantasy fans have long wondered what would have happened if Chyna and Beth Phoenix stepped foot in the ring. And of course, we're going to find that out here today at Fantasy Warfare as these two get ready to step foot into the ring.
And from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna!
As Chyna gets ready to make her way to the ring, we talk about Fantasy Warfare. Fantasy fans, let us remind you, February is going to be all about viewer's choice. And if you're watching this on Friday, January 27th, or even Saturday, January 28th, prior to the end of the WWE's Royal Rumble, we are accepting viewer choice matches for all of our February episodes, and we have had a number of great suggestions already before we even put this call out. Those matches are being made. We're looking for anybody that wants to see certain matches in any of our February episodes to send those suggestions at Bloody Bill Box, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Those will be the best places. Get them in before the close of the Royal Rumble. And then February 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th, every single match you see will have been picked by a viewer. In fact, one viewer I can say has given such a wonderful idea and a fun idea that they're able to fill out most of a show just with their picks, all 6 matches. Let's not worry about the viewer's choice matches. Let's worry about what is here and now, and it is the AEW Women's Championship on the line. It's Chyna and the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix. And Chyna off to a rugged start with a power slam on Beth Phoenix. Irish whip sends Phoenix into the corner. Nice forearm shot to the sternum of Beth Phoenix. Maybe a little bit of the collarbone on that one. But Beth Phoenix grabs the foot of Chyna, sends her backwards and down to the mat. Chyna sweeps the legs of Beth Phoenix, not Beef Phoenix. I swear I've had my challenges speaking tonight. It's been a long week, folks. It's been a long week. Chyna up in the air, alley-oop by Beth Phoenix, drives the 9th wonder of the world down into the mat. Now raining down with fists of fury on the 9th wonder of the world. The Glamazon is in control, but as I say it, she gets taken down to the mat by Chyna with a dragon screw. Beth Phoenix with a boot to the midsection, locks up with her, got her up on the shoulders and down into the corner with a snake eyes. Chyna underneath Eve kicks the leg out on Beth Phoenix. Misses that lockup attempt. This time she's got it. Across. Down across the top rope. Nice elbow drop. Down across the ribs. Chyna into the cover. Only gets two as Beth Phoenix is able to kick out of that one. Chyna out from the top. Big time splash. She nails it. Doesn't go for the cover there. That could be a mistake, but she goes for another elbow drop, but again does not go for the cover on this one. Beth Phoenix, she's got Chyna up in the submission. It's a modified torture rack. This could be all for the 9th wonder of the world and her chances. No, it's not. She gets countered. Beth Phoenix got countered by Chyna. Chyna wants to walk out of here with the AEW Women's Championship. That's got to be what it is. Gotta love that one. Hopefully they get that one fixed in 2K23. Chyna with the back handspring elbow. But Beth Phoenix is quickly back up on her feet, dropping Chyna with another spear. Oh, driving that knee into the forearm of the 9th wonder of the world. Which one of these two ladies is going to walk away with the AEW Women's World Championship? Of course, our main event is coming up next. It's Jake the Snake Roberts and the debuting Bray Wyatt. Chyna waiting on Beth Phoenix. What's she going to hit her with? Boot to the midsection. Head between the legs. The arms are hooked. Pedigree style by the 9th wonder of the world. This could be all for Beth Phoenix. Referee there for the count. 2 and 3. We've got a brand new AEW Women's World Champion, and it is the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna. She came, she saw, she conquered. Beth Phoenix put up one hell of a fight, but it was not enough of a fight to silence the championship dreams of the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna. But coming up next, don't you dare go anywhere, it's our main event of the week. On one side, it will be Jake the Snake Roberts, and on the other, it's going to be the debuting Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. It's our main event, and it's coming up next here on Fantasy Warfare. Welcome back. It's main event time here on Fantasy Warfare. For weeks, we have seen some interruptions to our programming.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
As I was saying, we had seen some interruptions to our programming. It was pretty clear to wrestling fans who it was, but it was a matter of when it would be. And Fantasy Warfare management was quick to act on those interruptions and sign the main event for this week with somebody equally as spooky and demonic in the form of Jake the Snake Roberts as he awaits the arrival of the debuting Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has made 0 appearances here in Fantasy Warfare. No video clips, no anything up until here tonight. This ought to be something. An entrance by Bray Wyatt, making his way into Fantasy Warfare for the very first time to do battle with Jake the Snake Roberts here this week in our Fantasy Warfare main event. Here we go, the bell rings. Main event is officially underway. Jake the Snake Roberts wasting no time in taking the fight to Bray Wyatt. You gotta do that with somebody like Bray Wyatt. You can't give him any chance to get out in front of you in any sort of contest involving violence. Nice discus punch by Jake the Snake. Clearly Jake has been seeing what has been done in the path of Bray Wyatt throughout his professional wrestling career. And Jake giving Bray zero opportunity here in the early moments of this main event contest this week here on Fantasy Warfare. Oh, nice clothesline by Bray. And Jake Roberts returns it with one of his own. And a knee drop to follow up. It's like, hey, my clothesline may not have turned you inside out, but I drove a knee into your face after that. And then a gut buster by Jake. Jake the Snake Roberts brings Bray up to his feet. Bray ducks a punch, hits one of his own. He's got Jake by the throat. Ooh, nice gut punch sends Jake the Snake flying, and then a boot to the face by Bray Wyatt, who is now taken over in this contest. It's almost like everything Jake Roberts did in the opening moments didn't mean a thing. Jake Roberts is down on the floor. Bray Wyatt just standing in the ring staring at him. Jake re-enters the ring, and this match continues in the ring once more. Bray Wyatt back on the attack of Jake the Snake Roberts, grinding his face and forehead off of the top rope. That is literally rope and tape that was just being, ground into the face of Jake the Snake as Bray hits a nice senton. Referee into the cover, and we get a count of 2, but Jake Roberts is able to kick out right before the count of 3. Jake Roberts hits another clothesline on Bray Wyatt as Bray was trying for something, but there was some hesitation. Jake Roberts grabbed him with a DDT. This has got to be all for Bray Wyatt. He's down. Jake Roberts hit the DDT. But Jake is wasting time here, dragging Bray Wyatt into the cover. Referee running into position. He's not in a great position, and Bray Wyatt kicks out. I think poor positioning by everybody on this one cost Jake Roberts. Short arm clothesline. He's looking to rebound there. The short arm clothesline usually followed by a DDT, but not this time. Whiplash by Jake Roberts. He wasn't able to follow up with a DDT, but he was able, he wasn't able to do much as he just got power slammed. He hit that whiplash, and then that was about it on that one, as Bray Wyatt once again back in the driver's seat, stomping away on the hand of Jake Roberts. Oh no. Could this be nearing the end for Jake Roberts? The tarantula walk of Bray Wyatt stalking Jake the Snake Roberts. One of the creepiest damn things I ever seen in pro wrestling. He's got him hooked. Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt. Referee is there. The count is down, and it's 3. Bray Wyatt with a successful and decisive victory here in his Fantasy Warfare debut, picking up a victory over Jake the Snake Roberts. What a night of action it has been here in Fantasy Warfare. Of course, my friends, we'd like to remind you one more time that all of our February episodes are all about viewers' choice. February 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th. If you're watching this live on YouTube on Friday, January 27th as this airs, get your suggestions in before tomorrow night. And otherwise, if you're watching this on any time before the end of the Royal Rumble on January 28th. Get your suggestions in, because every show we do in February will be picked by the viewers. Match by match will be viewers' choice. Wait. What's that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm receiving some word that there's some sort of commotion going on backstage. There's some sort of fight breaking out. We're trying to get a camera back there right now. We've got a camera back. It's Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns. Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns are battling backstage here at Fantasy Warfare. These two have been at each other's throats since the 3-on-3 Hell in a Cell match, as Bray Wyatt continues to celebrate his victory in the ring here before the sold-out crowd in Los Angeles at Fantasy Warfare. We've got a brawl going on here in the back between Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns. We've been hearing these tales that these guys kept brawling with each other every time they'd run into each other. And now, finally, we've got some cameras caught up with it. This has got to be the most heated rivalry in Fantasy Warfare. Oh, neckbreaker on the cement by Roman Reigns on Kenny Omega. I can't say that this is how I expected tonight's show to end, but we are ending things in the backstage area with a brawl. Bray Wyatt continues to soak up the adulation of the fans as Roman Reigns just nailed a jackhammer in the backstage loading dock area. This is absolutely insane, folks. Kenny Omega just got dropped on the pavement by Roman Reigns, and a kick to the face by Roman sends Kenny Omega flying across the backstage area. Kenny Omega countering back up to his feet. These two are just brawling back and forth. Something's got to be done about these two. They fought their way off from the Hell in a Cell match when it was the Elite versus the Bloodline. The match only ended with the Young Bucks and the Usos in the ring. Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns brawled away. These two guys brawled again during the Men's Royal Rumble match last week, and now they have crossed paths yet again. And they are brawling here in our backstage area. We've been hearing the tales, as we said. Oh, nice crucifix power bomb by Roman Reigns. We've been hearing the tales that these two men have been tough to keep apart from each other. But now, these two are brawling it out here in Fantasy Warfare backstage style. Oh, gut-wrench suplex by Roman Reigns on Kenny Omega. I don't know, are we going to be here all night? Is somebody going to walk away from this brawl? Is it really going to be fight to a finish as Roman Reigns starts raining down with the steel chair? But Kenny Omega able to counter with a sling blade, dropping Roman Reigns in the backstage area. Roman Reigns now guillotining Kenny Omega down into the mat. This is insane, folks. We've got no officials coming here to break this thing up. Do we even know where these guys are other than our cameraman? Because, you know, cameramen never tell officials where fights breaking out. They just film the action. They're just cameramen. They're journalists. They're not there to tell the authority figures what's going on. Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns are just beating each other senseless here in the back. If something doesn't give here soon, my goodness, we could be seeing the end of one of these two men here in Fantasy Warfare. And what a time for one of these guys to, you know, have their Fantasy Warfare career ended with WWE 2K23 just being announced and Season 2 on the horizon on Friday, April 7th. Kenny Omega, oh, steel chair down across, but it didn't register. There it is. And again, Roman Reigns being beaten senseless by Kenny Omega. This is bonkers, folks. Kick to the... Oh, could it be one-winged angel? It's a one-winged angel. Here he goes. Oh, mercifully, it's over. Well, folks, I had asked a question. I said I wondered what happened to Kenny Omega and Roman Reigns after that 6-man tag team Hell in a Cell match between the Elite and the Bloodline, and we just got our answers. Apparently, these guys have been brawling all over the place ever since that match happened, and we just saw what happened when our cameras finally caught up with Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega backstage as they brawled it out, and Kenny Omega left Roman Reigns laying in a heap in our backstage area. And it is as a result of what we have just seen that our main event for next week has already been set. It will be for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It will be Kenny Omega defending his gold against the leader of the Bloodline, Roman Reigns. What an exciting matchup that will be next week here in Fantasy Warfare. But I would like to thank you all for joining me, your host, Bloody Bill Vox, for another exciting episode of Fantasy Warfare. Of course, you can find me on social media at Bloody Bill Vox all across the social media land. And until next week, I hope you all have a wonderful week. And next Friday night, our first episode of February 2023, I will see you at ringside.